Hello and welcome back. I'm really glad you are here today. So today we are going to talk about something I think it's genuinely going to shift how you see this whole manifestation and law of attraction conversation. Specifically, the one piece that The Secret never explained. The piece that once you understand it makes everything else finally make sense. And I'm talking to a very specific person right now. The one who has tried it. The vision boards, the affirmations, the gratitude journal. Maybe you watched The Secret even like more times you'd like to admit. Maybe you really, truly believed it and still nothing moved. And here's that quiet voice that creeps in going like, maybe it's not real. Maybe I'm just one of those people. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I want you to hear this before we go any further. You are not broken. You are not doing it wrong. You are just missing this one piece, and that's exactly what we are going to cover today. So let's get into it. So for those who don't know me yet, I'm Energy Coach Lena. I'm a co-founder of Ascend Nation, and I work with people every single day for the last 10 years. And they come from everywhere. They come from different countries, different backgrounds, different stories. Some have been deep in personal development for, I don't know, several years. Some just found this like, oh, last month. But here's what's wild. Every single one of them has the same thing in common. They don't know why it's not working. They are doing the work on the outside. They are, yes, saying the words. They are, yes, setting intentions. They see it, they want it, they believe it, or at least they think they believe it, and still nothing shifts. And the reason is always the same thing. Always. Let me show you what this is. So, what The Secret taught us and what it left out. Let's check into this. So, The Secret did something really important. It cracked open door that most people didn't even know it existed. It told to the whole world, your thoughts create your reality. Your focus shapes what comes to you. And that was huge, and that was incredible, and that did change lives. But it focused entirely on the mind. And it forgot about energy. Positive thinking alone, repeating words, writing lists, staring at the vision boards, and so on, this cannot override a nervous system that is running on scarcity and fear. So you can think abundance all day, but if your body, your actual biology to say, is living in survival mode, in lack, in this is not safe, this is not possible for someone like me, this is blah, the thought then just doesn't land. It's like trying to plant a seed in concrete. Okay? The ground just hasn't been prepared, so nothing grows. And this is where people get stuck in this brutal loop, trying harder on the surface, wondering why nothing changes underneath. So, if we check what is actually running your reality, so here is something that should change how you see everything. You see, 95% of your behavior is subconscious. Okay? So, yep, your conscious mind is the part for setting goals, that is making vision boards, writing, journaling. That's 5%. But underneath this, running constantly, quietly, automatically, is a completely different programming. And that program was written like early, really early. What you watched happen in your home growing up. So, what you were told about money, about love, about what people like you get to have, what you deserve, what you learn to do to stay safe, to be loved, to survive. You didn't choose any of it consciously, but it's been running your life. So your conscious mind, yes, says, yes, I want this, I'm ready for this. And your subconscious is running a completely different signal underneath. One that says, this is not for me, this won't last, I'll probably mess it up anyway, and things like that. And the law of attraction, the universe, it doesn't respond to what you want, to what you are saying. It responds to what you actually believe, to who you actually are being. And that's the gap. That's where most people are living without even knowing it. So the energy piece, the secret never explained, was totally this. Your body is broadcasting a signal every single second, every single moment. So this is not based on your goals, not based on your affirmations, but it's based what your nervous system learned was normal. Think about that. So normal, not good, not desired, normal. So if you grew up in an environment where lack was normal, where money was always tight, love was conditional, things were never quite safe, your nervous system built a blueprint around that. And it keeps returning to it. Keeps returning to it, not because it wants to hurt you, because it's trying to protect you, because familiar feels safe, just feel safe, even when familiar is painful, is toxic, is not good for you. So when something good starts to come in, like I don't know, a real opportunity, maybe a relationship that actually feels healthy, maybe a level of abundance you haven't experienced before, your system gets like uncomfortable and it pulls you just back there. And self-sabotage, this isn't a weakness, but it's your nervous system doing exactly what it was trained to do. The question is, what was yours trained to believe you deserve? So, what was your nervous system trained to believe you deserve? Because this is what you are attracting, not what you want, what your body believes is available to you. So, what your destiny blueprint reveals, this is where it gets real. Everyone has a blueprint, a set of patterns, energetic, emotional, subconscious, that were coded into you through everything you experienced before maybe you even had the language to understand it. Okay? And here's the thing about programming. If you lived with it your whole life, for example, and with most we have, you don't see it. You can't. It's just like reality to you. It's like completely normal. It's just how things are or how I am. So you don't see it. You don't see the water you are swimming in. So this is why so many people come to me saying, I've done all the work, I know all the concepts, I understand my patterns intellectually, and still nothing changes. Because knowing it in your mind is not the same as shifting it in your body, in your energy. So your blueprint will show you exactly which patterns are running your reality without your awareness. So where your energy is drained, where it's leaking, where it's completely blocked in money, in love, in health, in relationships, in all of it. So once you see it and actually see it, not just intellectually understand it, that's when real change becomes possible. But here's what nobody tells you. Important thing, you need someone else to see it with you, because the very nature of a blind spot is that you can't see it yourself. That's not a flaw, that's just the human mind works. We all have them. So now, how to actually use this law of attraction? So what does this actually mean in practice? Stop starting with your goals, with your wants. Start with your energy. What signal are you broadcasting right now? Not in your head, in your body. What does your nervous system actually believe is true about you and what's available to you? That's where the work begins. Not at the surface, at the root. Because you can change the leaves all you want, but if the root is still running the old program, the same patterns keep growing back, keep growing back, keep coming back. Daily inner work, not affirmations you don't believe yet, real nervous system work, real energetic recalibration, changing from the inside out, not outside in. So most people are trying to change their outside world, like hoping it'll change how they feel inside. and it never sticks because they got it backwards. You shift inside first and then outside completely naturally follows. And that's not a concept, that's real deal. That's how energy actually works. So understanding your energy is one thing. Actually rewriting it in your daily life, that's another thing. Like entirely, I would say. Because inside Ascend Nation, we don't just talk about frequency, about energy, about vibration, we train it every single day. Your nervous system then learns how to stop returning to that old signal, to the one that is like running on the lack, on fear, on I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I don't deserve it, I don't blah. And it starts living in this new frequency, a frequency of receiving, not because you repeated affirmations until you believe them, but because your body experience what it actually feels like to operate from a different energetic baseline. So this is when the law of attraction stops being something you only read about and starts becoming your actual life. So comment membership below and come join us inside the Sand Nation. We'll see you in there. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Much love to all of you. Bye bye.